How's everyone doing? We back with another live. I told y'all I'm gonna tell you about my experiences in Tanzania when I went to jail. But I'm giving everyone a few minutes to come in. Give everybody a few minutes. Y'all see I done tighten up my background. So yeah, might need to scoot up. Give everybody a few minutes. See how I'm on the phone. Okay. Hope everyone doing tonight. Let me know where y'all from. And also if you've been to Tanzania before, drop a one in the chat. Before, drop a one. Drop a number one in the chat. Got my little setup. So yeah, give about a couple more minutes to come on in. Then we're gonna get started with this story. So yeah, give about 20 more seconds. Then I'm gonna start with my story. Okay, I'm gonna get started with the story. Yeah, I want to start out by saying that I know a lot of us brothers, um, we going outside the USA borders, to find love, or whether it's to find love or to date or just companionship. And we know that we've been dissatisfied with the dating scene in America. America has become like a prostitution culture. If you look at the word prostitute, it basically means that like like a person have to get something of value out of you in order for you to get the reward. We're gonna Google the word prostitute. Okay, by definition, prostitute means a person, in particular a woman, who engages in sexual activity for payment. Now, this sexual activity defines the American woman. You know how you got to pay to get something out of them or whatnot. But so that's what sends some of us overseas. It's becoming too expensive to date. Too expensive to get the kind of woman you need. High cost of living. You know, women may not be a good listener. Or you just feel like um, things are more financial than genuine. So that's what's saying. Those some of the things that's seeing a lot of us brothers over the border. But when I was in Tanzania, I got there September the 1st, 2023, and I came from Kenya, went to Tanzania, so I might have left like September the 13th. So I might say like about 12 days. I probably stayed like 12 days. But my intention wasn't really to stay 12 days, but as I get into the story, you'll understand why I had to stay like a few days more than what I initially planned for. Get to Tanzania, I check in my Airbnb, and the Tinder app. I had let the Tinder app go because I feel like for one, paying that monthly fee that us men in the USA have to pay every month. Because I felt like, I done met enough women on there, and that I didn't really need it no more. So, but when I got to Tanzania, um, I had met one lady in some kind of group on WhatsApp, some kind of group chat we met. And so I met her, she was kind of like slightly on the BBW side, but it wasn't like, how a lot of these American women is. So, I was excited, this is my first Tanzania woman, blah, blah, blah. So after her, um, I didn't meet no more women. Like I was like, man, I'm like, damn, I need some companionship. I want to explore more to see, just date different women to find, till you find the one you want, or So I got back on Tinder. I was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and just pay this Tinder out, because Tinder can be beneficial, but this story is what opened my eyes up to Tinder. Like, this is what made me leave Tinder alone completely. And so I got on the app. So a few women hit me up. Well, women I was matching with women, but one in particular started responding consistently. Like, she was like clapping back, like I was like, I wasn't really attracted to her like that. Like, but not that she wasn't like, matter of fact, she's on my thumbnail. If y'all look at the thumbnail, y'all, that's her. But the one that I was really waiting on to clap back, they wasn't clapping back as fast. So I'm like, dang. And it was my last day in my Airbnb. Well, I accidentally booked my Airbnb. I accidentally booked a room inside of a house, inside of an apartment. I didn't know it. I thought when I checked in, it was a lady in there. So I'm like, oh snap, because she went in the other room. It was like 3 bedrooms. I'm like, oh snap. I said, darn, I don't cause I did it in Kenya as well. I said, darn, I don't did it again. Cause I put all my flights and Airbnbs in advance. So I said, darn, I did it again. But I was cool with it, cause I didn't really see it as much. But September the 3rd was my last. I booked that apart for like 3 days, because I like to bounce around or whatnot. So um so September the 3rd here, and the lady that was standing in the other room, she was like the manager of the place. I didn't know. I thought she was just a woman that was traveling there as well, but I didn't know she was the manager, to manage an apartment, and she can. I don't know what she is to the owner, So anyway, so I had to check out that day. So the female that I said was consistent, responding back, even though I didn't want to. I was, like I said, I was waiting on the other women to respond, but it was taking so long. So I was like, you know what? Let me, because she was so consistent and she was so I don't want to use the word urgent, but she was like real, choosing, I was like, real coming at me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just take her for lunch. We just go out for lunch at the mall. I'd be able to see the mall area, and then I was like, after lunch we'll just go our separate ways. But that's what I said to her till I found out that was my last day in my Airbnb, because I was about to head out the door and wait for her in the boat to pull up outside the gate so we can go into the lunch. But once the lady told me that was my last day there, that's when I realized, I said, oh snap, it is September the 3rd. So I told the female, I said, today's my last day. I gotta find another spot to go move to. So I Googled like the richest area, not like the rich area or whatever in Tanzania, and it was like Masaki. So I like, okay, bet I want to go, I'm gonna stay in the Masaki area just to get that experience, So she pulled up, we put our suitcase in the car. So now we gotta slow down on the lunch, because now we gotta go to my Airbnb, check in, and then we free. So we go to the Airbnb. Well, I didn't. No, there wasn't an Airbnb. I got it on Booking.com. So we get to the apartment. First, the guy that was checking us in, I thought he was trying to scam us, because they had like name, like, I don't know about the whole Africa, but I know in Tanzania they got like names for the apartments. So the name that he told us it's a different apartment or whatever. So we thinking, okay, this guy trying to get over us, whatever the case was. So he was like, he got all luggage. He was like, just go upstairs and see it. He say, if y'all don't like it, then you just, you can basically go about your business. So we went out there, went in an apartment, not my nice apartment, 3 bedrooms for like $100 a night, master suite, balcony view. I was like, whoa! I was like, during in the USA, you're not finna get this price. Kitchen, man. I got it on one of my videos. I should have it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, one of my videos. So I'm like, oh, so this place nice. You feel me? So that's my nice dining room table. Like you could tell, like it give you that premium feeling. You get that premium feeling, like quality. So big screen TV, AC. So looking back, I know in her mind she probably like, because you got to realize not every female, but a lot of females don't stay in homes like the Airbnbs we stay in. Like over there, like like little studio houses are very popular. Like basically like one probably like the size of my living room or smaller, enough room for a bed. They cook with gas, like a little what we call it over here, something like a hot plate, and just enough to put a little shelf. So when they come into the Airbnbs, you got to realize they looking like this way out of a lot of they financial ability. I'm gonna just say that. So we check in and so we went to this grocery store downstairs, like a grocery store. We down there. I went down there, got something. I can't remember what it was. I probably got some snacks and I can't remember what I got out of there, right? Because I think I had plans to cook. Yeah, I know I got a juice. So anyway, so we went to a restaurant called Samaki Samaki. It's like a popular restaurant. You know, uh, you're gonna pay like $20-$30 a plate. Well, I get salmon, so I don't know about chicken and all that, but you still can come up $50-$60, with two people. And so this should be a red flag for your brothers. When you order, I always order juice. I don't drink alcohol or smoke, so I'm always gonna order juice. So she ordered the wine. So I'm like, what the hell she doing getting wine? You feel me? Like, but I like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, I'm let this ride. You feel me? And but that was a lesson learned. Next time, I'm stopping in their tracks. You feel me? Because and the reason I say that, right, it's not me being petty. Because the bottle like $50. It's not me being petty or cheap. How how a lot of American women try to call you when you don't want to get certain things. But you got to realize, in their world, and a lot of those women worlds, a bottle of wine is out of their league. Like okay, if you're not getting if you can't afford or don't get bottle of wine on a regular, like why you want to do it when I take you out to eat? Like why you want to do it on me? That's because they look at it like they got money, da da da. But still, at least ask, ask and say, if you don't mind, can I get a bottle of wine? Like you just ordered it, like so the food come or whatever. And the reason I'm giving y'all this whole story to lead everything up. So I so we ate or whatever. I'm having a good time. We're recording videos, So we get done eating. I pay for the meal, leave a little tip. So they got a mall right beside the restaurant called Samaki Samaki. I'm like, the waitress in the Samaki Samaki. Hey, you talking about some beautiful sisters? Oh my goodness! I'm in there eating. I'm like, man, I didn't come out by myself and try to holler at something. You feel me? So, and sometimes it's better to talk to women that got jobs, because she didn't have a job. She said she's trying to be I don't know if she said fashion designer or something, but sometimes they could be a problem if she don't have a job. Because now not say all, but you can be like, okay, a lick, so to speak. Not saying they'll try to rob you or put a knife to you or nothing like that, but you can be looked upon like an avenue to try to get resources out of. So we go in the mall. We bought some ice cream, good ice cream, and so we left out. We caught our boat. I think it was a boat. Yeah. So we go back to the room. Now, yeah, she didn't. She couldn't drink all the wine at the restaurant. So I told her, like, take the bottle with you. Cause my whole thing, hey, in my mind, I ain't finna let this wine waste. Even though she probably would have drunk the whole bottle right then, but so she brought the bottle back to the room. So I mean back to the apartment. So we in the Airbnb. Well, booking.com apartment, and so she went live on her laptop. she got like a group chats on Facebook, and it's like Kenyan women, Tanzania women, stuff like that, like little groups, people be having, and so she's sipping her wine, because you gotta think about it. Over there, when they drink wine, it's like status, you know, it's like status. It's like, okay, I'm drinking wine, so that impresses other people to make them look like they really, like they're really doing something. Um, time went by. We we had a good time that night. So the next day, uh, cause I booked that room for one day. I was like, darn, I want to go to the Serengeti the next day. So I was like, darn, do I want to take her to the Serengeti or not? You feel me? So I said, forget it. At least I have somebody with me to record me, or whatever the case is, right? Not knowing what I'm about to face, but I'm glad she did came because she helped navigate our way. People try to take advantage of it. So by her being the local, she know the prices, and she wasn't gonna allow them to take advantage of me like that. So make a long story short, we went to the bus stop. I thought somebody told me the Serengeti is on like a 6-hour bus ride from Dar es Salaam to the Serengeti. The bus ride ended up being like 14 hours. So it's like riding from Anderson, South Carolina to New York. So I'm like, oh man, I'm on a bus. The bus didn't really have no good shock. So when we hit a bump, hey, you better have your seatbelt on because you're gonna bounce to the ceiling. So we went to a roof and all that stuff, right? So make a long story short, we get to the Serengeti, and she tried to order a bottle of wine again. But this time I stopped her. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let you. I said, nah. I said, you can't get no more wine. I say, my funds short. I just told her that my funds were short. I got to get back to America. They were just a little throw off. So she gave me a look like it's like she turned to how a child might react when they don't get something. Because she was planning on getting back on Facebook in her group and drinking her wine. So I knew that I said she just want to get that wine to get back on her Facebook group to try to press some people again. But I wasn't finna pay them another $30, $50 for no bottle of wine. You feel me? So she went on the bed, and so the next day I started noticing her behavior was changing a little bit, and so we get back to Dar. As soon as we got back, because the bus, now we had another 14-hour bus ride coming back to Dar es Salaam. So once we got to Dar es Salaam, I called the Uber. So we get in the Uber. So I asked her what her address was, and I was like, so she gave me her address, and so she was like, now I told her in the Serengeti that I ain't got no more money. I try to make it sound like I'm on a real tight budget. So she was like, I need some money. So I'm like, need money. I said, what you need some money for? She said, I need my hair done, nails done, face in a spa. So I'm like, in my mind, that's not even your lifestyle to try to ask for all that. Like, you weren't doing that before I met you, and your hair don't even look like it's just got done. Like you just went for 2 or 3 days. Like all of a sudden your hair need done. It ain't like we went swimming and blah blah blah. So we ride. So once I did that, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna make you come out your pocket more than what I'm, asking for. I'm gonna tell the police, da da da. So she was like, so the driver, he was like, man, just go ahead and give us some money before, just go ahead and give it the money, basically like kill the whole situation. But I was like, nah, I ain't giving us. I said, like I don't owe her no money, so why I'm gonna get her money? You feel me? So she was like, she just started going crazy. It's like she turned into a Black American woman. I'm talking about like trying to cut me off while I'm talking, this and that. I was like, man, what I got myself into? I told myself though, I said, I you know how like you can be with a female and you can sense like a little craziness about them. You can be like, man, something ain't right about it. But so anyway, I told the Uber driver, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna follow you everywhere you go. I ain't gonna leave. Basically like she ain't finna leave me and leave my side until I give her money. I'm like, man, this chick crazy. You feel me? So I told the Uber driver, I said, man, go just take me to the restaurant. It's like 9 something in the morning. I said, go ahead and just take me to the restaurant. Give me something to eat. So the first restaurant we went to, they didn't serve fish. So he gave us advice onto another restaurant like up the street from there. So we went there. So while me and the Uber driver taking my suitcase out of the vehicle, she walked up to this woman that worked at the restaurant, And the woman gave me a look like oh my God, like I was a monster. I was like, oh man, what the hell she done told this woman? You know what I'm saying? So we going up, put my suitcases up. So now we had a table. I'm flipping through the menu. So two black guys sit at my table. Now she's sitting on my right, and so the guy, one of the guys sat on my left, and the other guy sat across from me. So I looked at them. So they're looking at me. So I say who are y'all? You know, one of them looking at me like that. I say who are y'all? So one of them say we the Tanzania police. I say, oh, okay. I say what's going on? Like what's going on? So one of them said she said you beat her. I was like, beat her. He said, yeah, we gotta take her to the police station to investigate. I'm like, oh man, I know she ain't just do this right here. You feel me? So I already been watching videos on Tanzania how corrupt it is. So immediately I started Googling Tanzania lawyers. The first one popped up. I called him. I said I need a lawyer to the I forgot the name of that police station. I forgot the name of that police station. I can't think of it right now. But so she was like, you know, we don't have anyone right now. Let me give you a call back to see can I get somebody. So as soon as I hung up with that person, I called another lawyer. So so this one like, well, it'll be $200 for the day. I said it don't matter. I said I don't care what the price is. Send them. Now I'm at the police station. So my lawyer one day yet. I'm surrounded by Tanzania police. They all trying to tell me to give her money, and the lady was trying to ask me for like 2 million to 6 million Tanzania shillings. That's equivalent. 6 million shillings, like I think like over 2,000 US dollars. Like what? Like I don't owe you over 2,000. Like what the hell I owe you money for? You feel me? So, but I noticed when my lawyer came, all the polices walked from me. So that I'm peeping game. I'm like, okay, I see over here that scared of lawyers. I don't care how. It don't matter how much corruption going on when you got a lawyer. Think about it, a lawyer getting paid, so they not finna jeopardize their job or reputation to protect no corrupt police officers. So, but the lawyer was trying to negotiate with the girl, like, you know, what's the lowest you'll take. I'm saying myself, what kind of lawyer is this trying to, you know what I mean? Because in America, a lawyer would have, it would have been aggressive, you know what I mean? So I talked to him one on one. I told him my side of the story, whatever the case is, and so somebody came out of the police station, went to my suitcase, to look at everything. So make long story short, I went inside the police station. They didn't put me in handcuffs, nothing like that. So I went to the police station. She don't gave them they didn't ask me for to get my statement. They got her statement, and I'm looking at her talking to the other police officer, and I guess they got like higher ranks, whatever their rank was, maybe lieutenant or something like that. She looking at them with a straight face, telling them what I did to her. So, matter of fact, yeah, I told the detectives before we went in the police station. I said if I would have beat her, because she was, she light skinned, petite. So I said if I would have beat her, you would have seen bruises on her body. I said look at the size of me, look at the size of her. And I told the detective, I said when y'all came to the restaurant, I said y'all seen me and her flipping through the menu about to order food. So I say that's not a sign of a woman who's in fear of her life. If she's sitting here going through a menu with me about to order food, so they laughing, and my English intriguing them as well, right? So yeah, so we going there, whatever. So I told my lawyer, I said before they take me in, I want to get the embassy. So this another key when you're traveling overseas. If you ever get into a situation where you get accused or anything, always get you a lawyer first, because you trying to reach out to the embassy or trying to ask the police to do it. They're not gonna move as quick as a lawyer will. You feel me? Because a lawyer gonna be on it, and the police gonna be at bay because they know you got a lawyer. So the respect gonna be there. So they're not gonna try to rush you or like try to. They're not gonna move slow with things because your lawyer gonna make sure your lawyer gonna stay there. Like that's how my lawyer was in Tanzania. He gonna stay there until everything get done. The one thing I love about Africa, right? You will see, you can say customer service or whatever. This lawyer came that morning and stayed all the way like past midnight. I was like, during America, you're not finna get a lawyer to do this. You feel me? So, um, so anyway, the embassy come. It was a white lady and a black lady, and so the lady, I think she might have been a Kenyan or a Tanzania, but she was fluent in Swahili. The white woman just came from Europe somewhere. But anyway, so I told them my story about what happened, and so the embassy, they was like, well, we can clearly see what's going on here. The woman trying to take advantage of them. Because I told them, I said, yeah, the woman trying to get 2 million to 6 million Tanzanian shillings out of me. They was like, oh no, oh no. So I told the embassy, I say, so one of the police officers was like, we try to let them talk. So the embassy was like, what you mean y'all trying to make them talk? So I knew that was my time to step up and say something. I said they try to negotiate, try to get me to give her 2 million to 6 million shillings. That's when the embassy was like, oh, she's like, oh no, oh no. She said, obviously what's going on here. She said, I think he should be released. So they all in there, they're looking around, they're agreeing. So the embassy said, give them your statement. If anything else, if they don't let you go, if anything else happened, contact me again. And they don't want to see my face again in here. So in my mind, I'm like, yes, yes. So as soon as the embassy left, I had to go talk to the investigator to get him my statement. Yeah, matter of fact, I left that part out. She asked him, she said, well, have y'all gotten his statement? I said, no. She said, he's been here since, I think it was like 11 a.m. I think I was there since 11 a.m. She was like, he's been here since 11 a.m. and it's going on 6 or 7 p.m. and y'all still haven't got his statement yet. So they're looking like. So matter of fact, some of the officers were even telling the female before the embassy came, they was like, just drop the charge. You're gonna make us have to do a lot of work. So I learned that like Tanzania, I don't know how Kenya is, but police don't like to do, like over there, police don't like to do work. Like in America, police they love to fill out a report. But in Tanzania, no, police ain't trying to work like that. You know what I mean? But so man, the investigator, man, it took so many hours just to put a statement together. I'll tell them like it just crazy. But anyway, what was funny, the investigator, he called himself Tupac. I'm in the middle of an investigation. I'm rapping Dear Mama to him. You know what I mean? When I was younger, me and my mama had beef 17. Cause he wanted to hit the song. He tried to rap the song, but he didn't really know the lyrics. So I went there and hit him for him. I said, that's crazy. I said, hey, you ain't finna find this nowhere else, right? So make a long story short, he's like, well, now you just gotta pay bail. I said, pay bail for what? Like, why do I gotta pay bail for? I said, I'm not charged or detained. So he say, so make a long story short, I had to leave my suitcase there as their insurance. So I try to contact the embassy because I'm like, they still trying to hold me. So this is a lesson I learned. The embassy let me know that, they can't make a country do anything. All they can do is just try to intervene, to be a middleman to try to get you out of the situation, but they can't force a country to do anything. So don't go overseas feeling like y'all can just do anything. And just because you're from America, it don't mean America can't save you, especially if you violate their country laws. It's the same way, if they come over here and violate our laws, they're gonna get justice dealt with them, depending on the level of charge they done. So they end up throwing the charge out. But the moral to the story is that, the lady accused me of beating her, of assaulting her, all because I didn't want to give her no money. You see what I mean? So you got situations like that, and I advise brothers to leave Tinder alone. Like, do not get on Tinder. Tinder's a gamble. You never know what kind of women on there. In most countries, women using Tinder only for prostitution. You see what I mean? So you don't want to go there and get caught up, like I did, coming across a woman like that who don't care nothing about your safety, how much you don't spent on her. Gene, what's going on, man? I'm teaching them about telling them about Tanzania. Yeah, so it's best to cold approach when you go to these countries if you want to meet women, so that way you can meet at least quality women who not on these dating apps like that. You feel me? Because as soon as you coming from America, they hear your English, they automatically think dollar signs. And once these women get in their feelings, either they get in their feelings or, feeling like you owe them something. Cause the lady was like, you gonna compensate me for my time and da da da. So I said, what, you was a prostitute or something? So she like now she's trying to make it seem like I'm trying to belittle her. But oh yeah, all is good. Yeah. I had had to give them that lot. Have given that Tanzania story that I promised them, right? And so yeah, so the lady, yeah, them dating apps real, man. They real dangerous. I deleted Tinder, man. Like Tinder is no good, man. Even when I went to Rwanda, those women use Tinder to prostitute on as well. Like, beautiful, my beautiful women, you be like, man, like the women be so bad, you be like, man, I cuffed that one. Or if she a good woman, I made it my wife. You feel me? But shoot, she gonna say, how much you gonna pay me to come over or whatever. I let them know I don't pay for sex, so all they go out the window, but then they don't come. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really weed through them really weed through them in order to goddamn come across that one. Like out of 20, 30 female, you might have one that ain't. Uh, and she might not look the way you might want. You might be like, okay, boom, I just, I settle on it. Or, she might be cute, but the ones that you really had your eyes on, them the one most time be pros, or they want you to like. Cause one thing you got to learn is that if most women would come to your Airbnb, they're not like American women where you got to take them out to eat, do all this spending before y'all spend time. The average woman over there, she would come to your Airbnb. So if a woman be like, you got to take me out to eat first, or anything monetary, stay away from those kind, because she already, trying to get something out of you. She been, or you can say she got a little westernized going on, getting caught up in Western media. So you gotta be careful in Tanzania. They jails move real slow. Like I said, I was there for like 11 a.m. all the way past midnight before I got up out of there. And they try to tell me to leave my laptop for insurance. I said, nah, I'm not leaving my laptop. Me and the investigator, we playing tug of war. Hey, we playing tug. Hey, we like we saying Lego my ego with my laptop. Hey, I said I ain't leaving my laptop in the jailhouse. Hey, we tugging back and forth. Then the head investigator was like, just go ahead and leave it. Cause I got to a point, man. I just thought, hey, I turned to Tupac in there. I was like, man, I said I'm not leaving this jailhouse. Matter of fact, this is why they let me get my laptop. I said I'm not leaving this jailhouse without my laptop, because I knew me staying there overnight with no bed or nothing, it would have made them look better. So my whole thing was just to pile up things on them to make them look better, but they released me. So yeah, show me some love. Yeah. Press that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Yeah, I'm glad. Appreciate that purple pill. So but what I learned in Tanzania was that, like I say, it's best the cold approach, because I couldn't leave the country until after the investigation was over. Now, keep in mind, I was court ordered to be back in America like September the 13th, but I had to end up staying past that date. But I emailed my lawyer and was like, this and that going on. I'll be back. So, things happen. When things happen, it teaches you a lesson, and you can also learn things in the process, because while the investigation was going on, like I said, I had to stay longer. So I booked me an apartment in another area. It was like I think it was still Masaki. So I had a housemaid. This how much love Africa is. Like, that's why I say I recommend brothers to go to Africa, because things are so genuine. Women are so approachable. If you ain't confident to approach a woman, or you don't feel like these women are worthy to approach in Africa, you're gonna feel like they're worthy, because you don't have to worry about a woman turning her nose up, or looking at your shoes, or what kind of car you driving. None of that crazy stuff, right? So this is a funny story. It's kind of funny with the house lady. So she checked me in my room or whatever, and so she let me know, anything you need, let me know. Like, over there, they use WhatsApp, so we had to communicate. Like, anything I needed, I had to just message her and was like, I need this, blah blah blah. Keep in mind, remember, after old girl, I didn't trust Tinder no more. I was like, man, I'm not getting on Tinder. I'm like, I'm just have to face this drought. I'm gonna have to go the rest of the day without nothing. So I'm looking at my house lady that clean your house. I'm like, she was a Muslim with the Muslim garb on. So I'm like, darn, should I come at her? But I'm still thinking, like, even though at this time I've been over there like 2 months, 2.5 months, but I'm still kind of like in an American mentality, like, okay, because in America, things like that don't go on. You don't think about coming at secretaries or restaurant owners, or you don't think about stuff like that. Like it's like it's like I don't even want to call it a mutual respect, because it should be, you should be able to approach any woman. You know what I mean? So I messaged her on WhatsApp. I say I think I said, can I ask you something or something like that? And she responded back, and I told her, I say hey, I told her, I said something to her, and I told her I was sexually frustrated. I said it's been a while, da 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 da. So she read my message. She didn't reply. So I'm like, darn, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm feeling all guilty. I'm like, darn, maybe I shouldn't have said it. I'm like, darn, I gotta stay here for a couple more days. Then I'm thinking, okay, what if she report this to the owner? Because she worked directly with the owner. So I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have said it. So I said, you know what? I said, let me say this to her just to see. I said, I apologize for coming at you like that. I said, I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. Da, 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 da. She still didn't reply. You can see what she read it, but she didn't reply. So I'm like, when you see things like that, you think you done messed up. So next thing I know, it was a knock on my door. So she came in. So she walked in. She stood. I'm sitting like, it was like a studio, so I'm sitting on the edge of my bed, and she's standing like maybe like 10 feet in front of me. So we talking. I'm not even thinking. I'm not even thinking nothing finna go down. I'm thinking like, that she probably like, okay, I hear you, but American female, I hear you, but I need to get to know you for 3 months, and then I give in. So yeah, hey. So I'm sitting there. So we talking. Da, 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 da. Next thing you know, she took from now her Muslim guard. It covers her regular clothes. So she took off her Muslim guard. I'm still not thinking that, because I'm thinking, well, maybe because I had my I keep the AC on, so I'm thinking maybe she hot, because she had her office like out in the hallway outside the room. She took the thing off. So I'm like, now I ain't gonna lie, hey, a piece of my brain, like, boy, like, is it finna goddamn? Nah, she probably just taking the guard off. You know what I mean? Because she had like I said, she had the regular clothes under that. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's just hot. Because Muslim women outside the house they cover up, but inside they can walk around how they want, or whatever the case is. I'm sitting there, we talking to them. She came out a t-shirt. She's taking a t-shirt off. Hey, as soon as I see her lifting the bottom up, hey, I'm looking, but I'm playing it real cool though. I'm like, but so when the t-shirt came off, she was in a bra and pants. So I'm looking like, I'm saying, oh, it's not finna go down. You feel me? Like, I seen her hand reach behind her back and snap unhook that bra. When that bra came off, you already know what I did. Goddamn, it's time. You know what I mean? So we did our thing right, and she was like 4 months pregnant and all. She don't have a baby and everything. I'm thinking about making a baby my god baby. You feel me? Hey, you know what I mean? Making my god baby, right? But so we did our thing right, and so okay. I'm trying to think why I got another spot. I'm thinking. Okay, it was a restaurant up the street from that spot. So I went up. No, it was a plaza that had like restaurants. So I said, I'm gonna go out trying to find some local food. So I walked up the street, whatever. They had like a Pizza Hut. I was like, nah, I don't want no goddamn Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want something local. So I didn't. All they have like Pizza Hut and like another pizza spot and some other stuff, like a meat spot. I don't eat like, I just eat fish for meat. I was like, darn, I'm finna go to bed hungry. I'm like, darn, should I get Pizza Hut or not? I say, you know what? Let me go try this spot. I just walked past coming up here to see what they might got in there. So I walked down there. So I walk in the restaurant. The waitress come, little bad thing. I'm like, boy. And I'm like, look at the waitress. So she got to show me on the they got like computers in the restaurant where you got to tap in and swipe up whichever meal you want. So I'm making her I'm making her laugh and everything. She laughing and everything. So I say, like, you single? She like, yeah. I say, you might get your WhatsApp number? She like, sure. So I got a number. So I went home. So I think the next day I'm typing, we messaging, we clapping back. She clapping back. So hey, she's so sweet. And that's what I mean by cold approach, because now you get to experience like real Tanzania women, like real, like cooperative, feminine, like, all that good stuff that we see when we go overseas. So I had got an apartment in another spot. I knew I couldn't have brought her there because worked there almost every day. So I didn't want, you know what I mean? I didn't want her to, feel some kind of way, like, darn, you just, you know what I mean? So I get the other spot. So I messaged her like, you'll come to my, I like, you'll come to my spot. So she's like, yeah, I come over there. I say, you'll put a sexy dress on for me. So she's like, yeah, and this is what I mean by cooperated, because she brought her work clothes in her bag, but she wore the dress that I wanted to see her in. You know, I'm peeping all them like, damn, look how she ain't even argue. Like she ain't say, oh, why? Well, she ain't say, oh, you like American women. Wow, why you want me to wear a dress? Ain't like nothing to go down. Da, 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 da. Like she ain't do none of that crazy stuff, right? So she came over. We sitting there, we talking. Then boy, I went in for the kids. I made a move on them. Boy, it went down. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like, even though the other girl got me locked up, but that experience really caused me to really have to, cause now I'm done with Tinder, so I ain't got no choice but to hunt. Hey, us men, we hunters by nature, so we go, whatever you want, you got to go out there for it. You gotta. If you ain't got that confidence, Africa will help you build up your confidence, like because those are real sisters over there. They still, they still respect men, like they still appreciate men. They still value men. They like men over there. It ain't like America where, these women got dang, you know, they like men, but it kind of feel like they don't want men. I'm over here. You feel me? So yeah, so they're like my two experiences that I had with two Tanzanian women. Well, really three, but those two at the end outside of old girl. Cause old girl, she gave me a bad outlook. She gave me a bad outlook on Tanzania because I was like, hey, I was traumatized. I'm in the country. I can't. Police telling me I can't leave. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, boy. I'm like, hey. I'm saying to myself, I never had a female in America to accuse me of her. You feel me? In America, like that's something like white girls do if they got a black man, or that's what they do up here in America. That's kind of like one of my fears of white women. Like you grow up, you just see them getting black men charged with rape and goddamn this and that, getting 30 years in prison. So they always stuck with me as a kid, but to go to Africa and experience that, and you're dealing with corruption, you know what I'm saying? But so yeah, I advise y'all brothers, do not get on Tinder. But I'm gonna put y'all on game. TikTok. If you don't have a TikTok is the new Tinder. I call TikTok the new Tinder because when you're traveling, always post video. Like I don't get like if I'm finna go outside for the day for the first time, I'm gonna get my phone. I'll make a video like, yeah, I'm finna step out. I'm finna head to give me something to eat. Da 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 da. Boom, in the video. You know what I mean? Post it on TikTok. In my location I put in Tanzania, because what's gonna happen there when you post and you put that country in the location, it's gonna pop up in the women news feed in that country. You see what I mean? Like when I was in when I was in Kenya, I had so many women coming to me on TikTok. Like I went viral. I wasn't a TikToker before I went to Kenya, but I ended up going viral on TikTok in Kenya. Women, I met like two women off Tinder. You know what I'm saying? Off TikTok. You see what I mean? So I knew it. So I was like, darn, okay, Tinder the new thing. You feel me? Not Tinder, but TikTok that new thing. You feel me? But yeah, brother Bill Weddle, a purple pill riches. I had to get a lawyer. $200, and I had to give him $100 the day I left. You feel me? I said, man, I'm in Africa going to jail. You know what I mean? For the second time, because I just went to the jailhouse in Kenya. So now I'm feeling, hey, you get the feeling like, darn, am I, I know I'm not the problem, but I'm like, darn, each country I'm going at. So now it kind of had me like, but if I wouldn't, when I met those last two women, I was like, okay, all of them not like that. So I said to myself, okay, while I'm over here, I'm finna go ahead and go to Rwanda. So I went to Rwanda and I met like 7 ladies over there, 7, 8 ladies. They came to my spot, cool women, down to earth. Like, but on Tinder, I was on Tinder in Rwanda and a lot of pros on there. You see what I'm saying? A lot of pros on there. So, but I left one female out. I met another female in Tanzania, but she was from Malawi. And I met her on Tinder. But like I say, they might not be there. Like, the ones you really want, they might be pros. You know what I'm saying? So, but she was cool, dark skin, chocolate. You know what I mean? She came through, whatever, we did all thing. You know what I'm saying? So I probably met like 4 in all. But if you go to Tanzania, go to a club called Samaki. Hey, that's all I gotta say. You go in that club, you're gonna see them. Or go to, I'm trying to name that spot. It's a little plaza. I forgot the name of that spot. You'll see a lot of bad ones out there. But Kenya, Tanzania, women wise, I thought Kenya had bad ones. I went to Tanzania, I was like, oh my goodness. And yeah, you're right, yeah. Yeah, I with both women. Yeah, one at a time though. One at a time. Like I might have had one day, and another day. You know what I'm saying, like that. But yeah, when you approach, you know, when like me, okay, a lot of us brothers, you know, we fascinated with Africa. Like, you know, we obsessed. You know, we got a historical outlook on Africa. So and so when you first go, you know, the first ones you meet, you know, in your mind, boy, I got me an official African woman. Like, you know, you're excited about that. You know what I mean? Nah. But you know, as time go by, you know, you really start to really pay attention. Like, okay, this time I'm gonna like okay, when I went in September 2022 to Kenya, I met 3 females, and they gave me like my first international. I mean, I met a female in the Dominican Republic before, right? But this was my first time like hitting the ground. You know what I mean? Going to the local scene, whatever. So when I went back last year, I said, okay, this time I'm gonna be a little more picky. I'm gonna select, you know, so because you want the women that you really want. You see what I mean? You know, I love all my sisters, but you know, you wanna get the one that you really want at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah, from Nairobi all the way down to Mombasa, I went to Nanyuki, Nakuru, Eldoret. You know, it was straight love, man. Listen, I never dated that many women in a month time in my life. You know, in America, you gotta play offense, defense. You gotta be like, okay, you better be game tight. Like I grew up with 5 sisters, so I naturally got a you can call it a gift with women. Like, you know, I can make them laugh. My humor. Like, I was at the bank today drawing money out, and their system was down. So it took them so long. So we might need to throw a party after it goes through. So they all laugh. I say we might need, my bank called Wood Forest. I say we might need to throw a Wood Forest party. Every last one of them laugh. But I'm just saying, you know, the human go a long way. Women love to laugh. So if you can make a woman laugh, you know, that's one thing. Cause like when I was in Rwanda, Rwanda has a language barrier because they speak Rwandese. Me and the female barely understood each other, but I had a crying laugh because I think I was telling about the Tanzania story. I mean, she's sitting on my couch, my tears pouring out her eyes. You know what I mean? As I got to laugh, I'm observing. I'm like, damn, it's crazy how, you know what I mean? How I made her see what I was saying clearly, even though, you know what I mean? I had one. I had one of her once she came over. I met her on Tinder. Like I say, Tinder, like I say, you got to weed them out. Rwanda, you got to weed them out. So she came over. So we sit on the couch. Listen, we didn't have no conversation because we don't understand each other. But I'm just showing how, hey, it's probably like 9 p.m. She asked me, am I ready to go to bed? I was like, oh snap. I'm like, I'm trying to be the gentleman. Like, I'm trying to be a gentleman. But this is why I say America got us messed up, because America will have you feeling guilty of trying to make a move on a woman when it's natural. You see what I'm saying? Like, America make you feel like, okay, let me wait an hour or two, or let me wait before I make a move on them. But it's not natural. You see what I'm saying? Not to say you gotta, you know, as soon as you see a woman, just but you know, you already know a woman. I mean, a woman come to your spot, she comfortable. And I'm gonna tell you a Jew. Yeah, you want to feel sorry, man, and that's what I learned. I came back, I was like, what I'm about to say, yeah, so she ready to go to bed, and it was something I was gonna say, right, and yeah, that's what I'm saying, right, this is a lesson I learned over there, right, and this when I realized it's natural to want to do what you want to do, right, because some of the females I met during my experience, in my mind, I'm trying to, like, when I, like, you know, I'm trying to be a gentleman, like, okay, I'm gonna let time go by, so you might ask a female, you know, you want to go to a restaurant, or you want to go, you know, go somewhere to a club, or she might be like, no, we ain't got to go there, we can just chill here. Soon as it's time to go down, man, hey, I had one grab my butt cheeks. Hey, she's slamming me in her. Well, I was like, I was like, man, hey, those women real sexual. So you be on it, like, in your mind, you like, damn, you like, okay, when we go to bed at night, it's going down. But she thinking the same thing in her mind. Why don't he just make a move? Why don't he just hurry up and get me so I can throw it on him? You feel me? That's how they thinking. Because you got to think about it. Both of y'all looking exotic to each other. Even though English is not our normal language, but our English sound exotic to them the same way they accent sound exotic to us. So y'all both turned on to each other, but y'all both playing it cool. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I say? Like, do Tanzania women look better than Kenya? It's like a tie, man. It's like, because it had my mind, like, when I left Kenya, I went to Tanzania. It had me like, it was like a battle. It's like a battle. I like, darn, but which one? You know what I'm saying? Like, darn, Tanzania got some. So it's like a battle, man. Like, one you leave one country with beautiful women, then you go to another one, then you see, you're like, oh man, you feel me? Like, so yeah, it's like a tie, man. I made a TikTok video about that, man. I had to make a video about that. But which is more freaky? Let me think. Boy, hey, that's hard too, cause the female I said I met in the restaurant, when she showed me the little app thing, man, the way and she was so feminine and so you not like she kind of looked like she just lay on her back the whole time. Man, she got on goddamn top. Hey, what that? I forgot that song Cardi B made. That twerk song. Hey, she was doing that on me. I'm like, I pulled the phone out. I recorded a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm going ham. You feel me? So hey, but yeah, but Kenyan women also. Kenyan women is real sexual. Like Kenyan women, they real sexual. They have a high sex drive. But I'm noticing every country, you got the one like okay, the one that had me go to jail. She even had a high sex drive. Like that thing. I'm like, the head game. Her head game was crazy. You feel me? An animal. You feel me? So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. But you know what? I met more Kenyan women than any other women, so I had more experience with Kenyan women, and they got a hot sex drive. You know what I'm saying? But you'll find them beasts all over though. I'm talking like they all the way with it. You feel me? Yeah, man. But yeah, y'all brothers just be careful, man, on dating apps, man. Leave them out. Don't know about Tag, Bumblebee, or Bumble or whatever the case is. I never been on Bumble. I've been on Tag, like, but not going like international with it. That's what made me be done with dating apps. But in this passport space, the thicker women are. Let me see. You know what? You'll find thick ones in every, like I've been to Gambia, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Kenya. But Rwanda, you'll find some there. Kenya, I seen some thick ones in the club in Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. You'll find some nice. I'm gonna say Gambia. I seen some thick ones in Gambia, right? But Gambia got a lot of petite women too, like a lot of petite ones, or petite thick, or but you'll see some thick ones over there too, though. You know what I'm saying? But see, I didn't get in Gambia. I didn't get to hit the club scene. So in the club, you're gonna see a variety of women. You know what I'm saying? And cause Gambia like a real conservative country. Like you got to really like be out and about to really, to really see like certain women. You know what I'm saying? But Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, I seen it. Now Rwanda got tall women. Like I'm talking about, like I'm 5'10". She might be 6 foot or 6 of a chain. Hips, thighs. So that Rwanda women known for being tall. And people say Ethiopian women and Rwanda women are the most beautiful women in Africa, but I say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? Because not all Ethiopian women are bad. You know what I'm saying? Or all Rwanda. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about what you find beautiful. Because you go to a country and see some things that make you be like, you know what I'm saying? But also, brothers, the first women y'all come across, don't try to fall in love too quick, or don't try to, you know what I mean, like explore men and women as possible, because you got to realize, as men, as we get older, we age. I mean, as we get older, our value increases. So if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, wait till you hit your early 30s to try to settle down. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all the time in the world to build yourself up as a man. So, and also so you can feel like the women, because so you'll know, okay, this woman got all the quality that I'm looking for. And also, pay attention to what, the things you might say or do, how she carry herself, on social media, things like that, because also those guys over there is not like us. Like we real chivalry. Like, like I said, we grew up on Percy Sledge, Marvin Gaye, Temptations, goddamn Luther. You know what I mean? What's some boy name? I forgot that group name, man. But yeah, we grew up on all that type of music. So we love, we lovers. Like we, you know what I mean? We don't play with women when it comes to like being romantic, in the bedroom, and we'll light candles and like the stuff they see on social media. it's more so like coming from another country, like like say they get on TikTok and a man got candles lit everywhere. Da, da, da. Okay, 9 times out of 10, this video was posted from like just say us or Europe or something like that. Not to say So we coming already with that mindset like we ain't got to look at an app, like we ain't got to look at a video on social media and be like, okay, I'm gonna try that. It's already in us. You know what I'm saying? It's already in us. We massage feet. You know what I mean? We do all that. You feel me? So, and the women to tell you that too, though, they'll tell you like, because those men like more aggressive, like they aggressive, like us we gentle. That's why we call it gentlemen. We real gentle. We gentle men. When it's time for war, we go to war. But after the war, after the beef over with, we turn back to that laid back man. How we do, right? So yeah, man. But yeah, man, Tanzania is a beautiful country. I can see myself staying there, but that female kind of gave me a bad outlook on that country. You know what I'm saying? Like, darn, do I want to move here? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the power is in if you got money or not. Money, like how we say, cash rules everything around me over here. In Africa, that's a real statement. Like, whoever got the cash, they gonna rule. You feel me? And yeah. So like right now, if you got 10, 12,000, you rich over there. You see what I'm saying? So anything pop off, sometimes you might depend on, not say go to do nothing illegal, but if you was doing something, the police might, instead of taking you to jail, he might be like, hey, give me some money. You know what I'm saying? If you done did something crazy, hey, hit that man off. You feel me? Hit him all proper. Hey, give him about $20 in this currency. You know what I mean? Shoot, they gonna make a day because they might a whole month making $100, $200. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But yeah, it's good women in Tanzania, right? I don't want to make it seem like Tanzania women. It's some good ones over there. Like I say, get the women that got a job. Get the one that got jobs. Also you gotta look at this woman lifestyle. Like if she don't got no job, but she got a goddamn iPhone 15 Pro. If you meet this woman and she got things that you don't got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be like, hold on, like how she get this? You feel me? Like what is she doing? Come on, man. iPhone 15 by what? In America about 1,500. That don't fit. That don't fit Africa economy. How you getting paid $100, $200 a month, but you got a phone that costs 1,500? Like that phone can pay your rent for a whole year and a half. You feel me? And yeah. Hey, like say put that Jodeci. You feel me? Hey, my lady, you know what I mean? And a lot of those women, like a country like Tanzania and Gambia, you will find women that's with polygamy as well. Cause the Muslim presence is real strong in Tanzania. Also, they speak Swahili, so if you plan to go to Tanzania, start working on your Swahili. You'll find some women that can speak English, but a lot of the locals speak straight Swahili. So if you don't understand Swahili, you can end up getting lost. You feel me? And that's how you can get finessed too, because you don't know the language. Like Jambo means hello, Jambo. Uko Aj means how are you? If somebody say Uko Aj, you say Nico Poor. So then in return you say Uko Aj Nawiwi. That means like how are you doing this? You know what I mean? And they'll say Nico Poor Pia or something like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so it's good to learn local languages, man, and explore as many countries as you can, because that way you'll know which country is for you. You know what I'm saying? And to fit your lifestyle. Like if you like you might go to a country where they don't move the way that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? But Kenya, listen, I've been wearing this for 2 years. I ain't took it off yet. But going to Kenya would break you in. You see what I'm saying? And because it's more to do. It's more people out and about. People just Kenya real big and they're really developed, so people got a lot going on. But this year I'm gonna go to Ghana, Liberia, Nigeria, South Africa, Botswana, and probably Namibia. So I'm trying to knock out about 6, 7 countries in a 2.5 month span. You know what I'm saying? To get more under my belt, because I plan to travel the whole 54 countries in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get by English a little bit, right? But when you go amongst the locals, they might not understand you. But some see, English is like a popular language. It's becoming more and more popular across the world. So, like the women I met, they all knew English. You see what I mean? So some of them bilingual. You know, a lot of them bilingual. So my house lady, all the ones I met was bilingual. So yeah, you'll meet women. You know what? You know what? It seemed like it's more women that speak English over there than the men. Cause yeah, you'll meet the women speak English, and if I mean you'll know when you approach her, like when you step to her, you know, if you ask her something and she'll know English, then you know okay she'll know English. But most of them do know English, so cause you gotta realize a lot of them study English on the side, or they might have went to, it might have been an English course in school or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if y'all got any more questions, let me know. You know, I'm about to wrap it up, and I don't got about an hour in, but yeah, I just want to tell my story about Tanzania. It was a traumatic experience, but you know, at the end of the day, it was a learning experience at the same time. You know, I came out of it. You know what I mean? But you know, the embassy will have your back. You know, the embassy like they will notify. They'll ask you for like your family members' number. You know, your family number, so they can notify them like, yeah, he over here. You know, in Tanzania on the investigation. Da, 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 da. So if I would have went to jail, they would have notified my people. You know, so anytime you do get in any kind of trouble, do contact the embassy. You know, just to be safe. So the embassy is in these countries for your protection. You know, or you can say your voice. That's why they're there. So don't be scared to use them. You know what I'm saying? That's you got to realize you're an American citizen. So that blue passport, your blue passport, you know, you got to use it for all it's worth. You know, you got to realize, like I'm all for Africa. You know, I love my people over there, right? But when I got in certain situations, that's when I had to realize, like, I didn't want to have to intervene in America, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I gotta utilize my American, you know, citizenship to get me out of situations. And sometimes it can open doorways up because by you coming to Africa, you like a high value man. You feel me? So a lot of doorways open up for you that they want for a local. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, y'all be good, man, and be safe when y'all traveling to the countries. And Purple Pill, you say you finna go to you about to go to Tanzania in a few months. Yeah, you're gonna love it though, man. Dar es Salaam, like, I mean, you'll find stuff to get into, but they don't have like as much to do as Kenya. You know, so I mean, they got like restaurants, safaris, but you know, this whole they got clubs, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely gotta get out and hit the scene. You know what I mean? And and most time I notice like sometimes, well, Kenya you will I want to say like sometimes when you in like and if you're in Dar es Salaam, you're in the area called Masaki. There's like they'll call it the rich area. So you might not see no local women really in that area. You might see like white people, you know, Arabs and stuff like that. So most time the local women gonna be staying outside areas. You know what I'm saying? But in Kenya, you will see them in the Westlands everywhere because Kenya got 50 million people, so they be all over in Kenya. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know what? When I was in Gambia, I've been watching the video on them lately, right? And I see that they done became more developed. So one thing I noticed when you go to West Africa, that's where you start to see African culture. Like they like like when you go to Africa, you picturing like everybody wearing dashikis or African print clothing or the little mascot, like like the deep spiritual stuff. They still do that in West Africa. Like I never been to Ghana. I haven't been to Ghana yet, but I know they're doing it in Ghana. So yeah, in Gambia, but it wasn't the roads weren't paved when I was there, so I didn't really get to step out with my fly shoes or nothing on. I got these blue shoes I had got off Amazon. They're really my gym shoes, but I had to wear them most of the time because it was like dirt roads everywhere with them. But so I give Gambia, I'm planning to move to Gambia, right? Because Gambia got cheap land. It's easy to do business in there. It's kind of like it gives you like a small town vibe. You know what I mean? So I recommend to visit Gambia. You'll fall in look. Like the women there still got that small town mentality. Like it's like 80% Muslim, so the women are more conservative. You know what I'm saying? But behind closed doors, they freaky. You know what I'm saying? But like in public, they conservative. You know what I'm saying? But I recommend Gambia. I recommend Gambia to go to, and they call it the Smiling Coast. So Gambia love though, but it's not like much to do there, like in Kenya. So if I had to put together like a group trip, and I know what everybody in the group want to experience, like I wouldn't go to Gambia because I know they're not gonna get it's not gonna be much to do. You see what I mean? But I'm pretty sure like Ghana, Kenya, uh, it depends on what kind of traveler you is too though, because like me, I like culture. A country can be laid back and you know, and I still love the vibe, right? But for like having a lot to do, Kenya, South Africa as well. I see South Africa got a lot going on. But I see South Africans, they think like us. They Other Africans, they call South Africans basically the African Americans of Africa. You know what I'm saying? They call the Black Americans of Africa because they think like us, dress like us, slang. They down there catching bodies. They got the gangsters and I was talking to this female the other day. She from South Africa, and like normally when you talk to females from East Africa, like if you bring up like the slave trade, they might not have much knowledge about it. You see what I mean? Or they don't, they might not have heard the whole story. Okay, West Africa, they understand the story from their part. They know that people got taken away, but they don't like some of them were slaves, some of the countries that were slaves too, right? But I know that when I talked to the South African female, when I said how how they brought all people over here and made them a slave. Okay, normally in East Africa women, I had to break down to them what a slave is, and I had to go like in depth to make them, because when you say slave, they might think, okay, they just brought y'all people over there and just made them work a job, and that's how they might think. But when I told that female from South Africa that they made our people a slave, I ain't have to say no more. She was like, they had them working day and night, like she understood the whole nine. So I knew. I said, okay, now I see why all over the internet, or they say they say South Africans think like us because they went through apartheid, and it's millions of white people down there too. So anytime you in a country where white people got a large number of people, you're gonna look at them differently because your experiences with them is gonna be different than a country like Kenya where white people just visit once a year or whatever the case is. So Kenyan women don't really know how white men is unless they go to Europe. Then they'll realize, okay, darn, these people, they just use me for my body or whatever the case is, right? Because some of them white guys get them girl pregnant and get on through. You know what I'm saying? But in their mind, white men love them because as long as they got white skin, Kenyan women automatically think they got money. I mean, it's all over Africa, really. Some countries more so than other, but in South Africa, they treat whites like how we do. You know what I'm saying? They ain't scared to stand up to them. They'll whatever they got to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm about to end this chat though. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, peace out.